It is day 3 of the Comic-Con, and I'm sitting here having a chat with Jessica Marizan and Holly Conrad, owners of Crab Cat, and both starring at the moment on Heroes of Cosplay on the Sci-Fi Channel. First of all, thank you guys for taking the time to sit down and have a chat with me.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. I've been a fan since I've seen the show. I love what you guys do. I love what all you guys do on the show, but I love you two in particular.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
Well, you guys seem to make such a brilliant team, and you have this wonderful give and take that works really well. And the fact that you both stepped outside your comfort zone to help out Chloe for the burlesque thing that she was doing was just
It's
brilliant.
true, and that was all legit. I didn't want to wear that, but Chloe said that I should.
But it's brilliant that you guys all stick together like that. And I love the comment you made on stage that it's like the community theater, the way you all work backstage together.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. So you guys have known each other since high school.
We've known each other since middle school, since we were both in choir in middle school, but we didn't really hang out until we were in high school. And we actually started hanging out in high school because we were in the same German class. Yeah. Lizzie was actually in our German class. Lizzie's the third member of the Crab Cat. She was in our German class as well. And I took German because Lizzie is German and her dad is from Germany. And I was like, oh, Lizzie's dad will help us with German class. No, he was like, you need to learn on your own. I was like, oh no, Germans are harsh. What are we going to do? So we met Holly through there at more involved and started talking to her about how hard German was. And so then she was like, hey, I am in this environmental competition where we go and pretend to be scientists, and we compete against other kids pretending to be scientists. So every year we would work and go to the competition to do that. And in the meantime, we did costumes, and we went to Ren Fair, and Lizzie and I have, I've known Lizzie since we were in the second grade. So we just all kind of, with our powers combined, and we used to make claymation videos, and we would do a lot of different things, and I think probably because we all met through Envirothon and competing, that competitive spirit stayed with us. So then when we all started discovering that cosplay was this organized thing that had a name to it and not just us dressing up or being in community theater, we kind of thought it made sense for us to do, because we'd been used to going and competing and driving in a van and going on road trips and coming home with nothing in our hands, or coming home with a small victory. So we've known each other forever, and I think that probably if we have any reports, because we have no shame with each other anymore.
It's true. It's been too long.
That's brilliant. So how did you guys get the nod for the Heroes of Cosplay?
Chloe actually messaged us and told us that she had been asked to be on the show through some friends, and she was like, well, I don't want to do it unless I'm doing it with more of my friends, so do you guys want to do it with me? And we were like, oh, I don't know. So we talked to the producers about it, and we met them, and the supervising producer for the first season, season 1.0, was this really, really awesome guy named Derek Bell. He super nerd. He was so excited about us that he wanted to meet us, and we kind of kept blowing them off, and he was like, no.
We were like, oh no,
yeah.
I don't know about this.
So he was like, no, I'll meet you wherever. And I was like, oh, well, I live in Culver City, which in LA terms is middle of nowhere.
You might as well live on the moon.
Yeah, it's so far. You're like, no, that's an hour away and in no traffic. So he was like, no, I'll come and meet you guys. Let's go to your favorite place. And we were like, oh, well, we like this diner called Pan's Diner. It's a 1950s diner near the airport. And he was like, okay, I'll be there. And we were like, well, we can only meet you at 9:45 p.m. on a Thursday because we have work and day jobs. And he was like, yeah, I'll be there.
Wow.
So he met us, and he started talking to us about World of Warcraft, and he knew all about the comics, and he was really into the stuff that we did, and he knew everything about us. So I think between knowing that Chloe was going to be on the show and knowing that they had a really strong production team and the producers that were coming into it, we were sold on being on the show through that. And then we continued. We were asked to come back for 1.5, and we were sold on the premise that they pitched to us about how they wanted to structure the episodes. And then just the fact that whenever we come to conventions, we have people who are talking to us, telling us that this is the first time they've cosplayed because they watched the show, that their parents didn't understand until this, that little kids, I think that the little kids is really the thing that we've been the most excited about. We really don't know who watches our YouTube shows. We don't know who those people are, and this is the first time, and now we're like, oh, we need to do more things to help inspire these little crab kittens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
really
kids
quickly.
have been awesome.
What's your YouTube channels called again?
The YouTube channels are youtube.com/crabcatisgo, like Geo, like go, 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 and Commander Holly and Jessica Marzipan.
Yeah, and we'll be doing more tutorials and things on there and encouraging people to cosplay with their families and try new things and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of families been doing that
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I thought that was wonderful when they go up and they're all like in their little Batman
I
outfits.
know, there was a little Iron
Brilliant.
Man. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and I
saw
love
him
that
back
this show really is so supportive of families. There's like the cosplay parade, and this is Family Day, and it's so cool to see people in costume together and families coming with their kids.
I was going to ask, you actually sort of answered it at the panel. You don't know if they're going to be coming back next year with another Heroes of Cosplay?
No, I
yet?
think usually the way we see it is that, you know, they look at the ratings, they look at what people are saying about it, they look at whatever it is that is in their time slot, and then if they decide to come back, then they'll decide whether or not they want to ask us to come back. And so yeah, we'll see. We're kind of, you know, living in the moment. We're really excited with all of the positive praise that the show has gotten so far, based on, you know, what people have told us from watching these episodes. We have 2 more episodes left, and we compete in one of them, so we're excited to see what people think of that.
Is it the one coming up, or is it going to be the next one?
The finale.
And I got to ask you, what's Yaya Han like?
We were so intimidated.
You're
when
very intimidated
we first
by her.
met her.
I'm
but
intimidated by her, and that's just watching the show.
She's so nice, and she's very genuine. She really is. She really doesn't have a spiteful bone in her body, I don't think. Everything about her is very genuine, and she really does care. She cares so much about the cosplay community. I don't think there's anyone who cares about it as much as Yaya. Like, this is her heart and soul. That is who she is, and she sees it, and I think she stays up late at night thinking about how, like, what she can do to make the world a better place through cosplay, and I really admire and respect her, and she's really good about paying it forward. She's taught us a lot about cosplay, about, you know, how to have a business, about just how to be better people, and Yaya's I can't even call her a mentor. She's just, you know, a really special person.
Yeah, she comes across as a really major force, and I've noticed that she has a lot of time for everyone to give hints and things, but she also looks so incredibly focused that she's kind of slightly scary, you know, when you see how focused she is.
Yeah, when she's judging, she's super scary.
She's like Daenerys, kind of.
Yeah.
We've definitely we've been judged by her a couple times though, but the thing that separates Yaya from other judges that we've encountered is that even when Yaya is, you know, super serious, she never makes you feel like small or stupid or insignificant. Like, we've been judged and felt like people were judging us in, you know, just beyond the costume contest or just, you know, being flippant or dismissive, and Yaya's never like that. She always just tries to, even when she's judging you, it feels like she's trying to build you up, not put you down. And I think that that's what makes a really excellent judge, someone who, even if you don't win, you feel like you've walked out of prejudging or you walked out of the costume contest being built up. Yeah,
that's fantastic. And I got to ask you, you were saying that you went to an art college or something in London?
Yeah, I got my undergrad at University College. No, sorry. I'm like, oh, where did I go to school? I got my undergrad at UC Berkeley in anthropology and archaeology. I emphasized in historical archaeology and pop culture and consumerism. And I got my master's in archaeology and material and visual culture at University College London.
Wow.
And Holly went to UC Santa Barbara for medieval studies and history.
That's so cool. When I was younger, I wanted to study both those at university. Found out way back then it didn't pay a lot of money, so I went, okay, I'll better think of something else to do.
Yeah, they do not tell you that. Yeah, they do not tell you that at all. That
no.
When we went to high school, everyone was all about telling you that if you were one of the kids that really was focused in academics, that academia was like the way to go. So we went the academic route, and we were, I really love academia, and Holly loves research, and both of us are, very, very focused that way. So that is, that's not the direction we go in for our day jobs, but I think it makes us love it even more because we get to do it in our off hours.
That's brilliant. And that was London, England, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long did you actually go to school there?
I was there for a year.
Yeah. Did you like it? Because I lived in England for 31 years. Was there anything while you were there that you particularly liked food-wise?
Oh, I love London. I'm actually going back next weekend for about a week and a half, and I can't wait.
I have Heinz beans in my cabinet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I
beans
love
on
beans
toast.
on toast.
I still make it. I lived there for a year too for study abroad.
Oh, brilliant.
So when I was in college, I was there for a year in Edinburgh.
Oh,
so
excellent.
I was up there, and I loved it. And Jessica, that's the other thing we share is we both spent time in the UK, and we love it there. And like I would go back whenever I could.
Yeah, we both went to the UK because in high school we were part of a student ambassador program called People to People.
Oh, cool.
And so for like a month and a half, we traveled with a bunch of other kids. Like it should have turned into a riot. Like I don't know how the adults.
Some of them thought that we were witches.
I don't know how the adults kept control over all of us, but we went to the UK through that, and so both of us like we always felt like we belonged in
a colder
Lord of the
climate.
Rings.
Yeah.
And so we've always wanted to go back, and so we both had the chance to go back when we were in school. And I love everything about London. I have like can't wait to go to my favorite pub. I have like my favorite sushi restaurant that I want to go to. I have my favorite shopping district so I have like my list of things that I want to hit.
You have to go to Camden and buy me some dresses. I'll give you money.
Okay.
I'll go in the article, so you have to remember it. That's brilliant. And I miss beans on toast.
Oh, you can get it here. Go to
I'm
World
gonna go
Market.
down and
I
pick
make
up
it.
some. Yeah.
Bread's not as good here.
But thank you so much for having a chat with me.
Of course.
And do me a favor. If they go for season 2 and they invite you back, will you please give me a shout so I can have a chat with you again?
Absolutely.
That would be brilliant. Again, thank you guys so much.
Of course. Thank you. Thanks for reminding us about how lovely the UK is. It
Yeah.
always makes us happy.